All right, shalom, shalom. It's no GMS lesson coming back at you. Before I do get into this lesson, I'm going to start by giving our honor, glory, and praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Reher HaKadosh. Next up, double honors to my apostles, elders, great millstone, who taught me the 100% truth of the Bible, and who do well. Peace, love, salutations to all the brothers across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in all diligence and sincerity. We put together a little well edifying lesson, on, nuclear destruction is biblical, right? ICBMs, right, are biblical, right? So as a matter of fact, let me just get this real quick, because when we talk about, nuclear warfare and things like that, that is a part of biblical prophecy. And anybody that's claiming to be a man of the Lord, coming in the spirit power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? In the names of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, what? They'll be coming in what? The spirit of prophecy. So let's prove that real quick. This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 10, and it reads, "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not," right? See, John wanted to give praise and reverence and bow down to the angel, but the angel said, "Do it not," right? It reads, "I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua," right? Because the angels are brethren. The word angel just means messenger, right? And us being the men of the Lord, we are the messengers of Yahweh Shem Yahushua as well. So it reads on, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship Yahweh. For the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So, right, if we're coming in the light same stead as Lord Yahushua, right? He was our example, right? On what we are to be doing in the times, in this time that we're living in and waiting upon his return, right? So if we are commanded, we are coming in the light stead of Lord Yahushua, man. So if any man is claiming to be a man of the Lord or following after the Lord Yahushua, what? They'll be coming in the spirit of prophecy to say things before it's happened, and starting off with the apostles and elders of great millstone, right? And all the sincere brothers on down, that we have been preaching that nuclear war, the third world's war, right, is going to be fought with nuclear missiles, man. The elders been prophesying about that, for years on top of years, man. So, just wanted to get that out of the way. So we're going to go to, let me see. I know it's in Revelation, third woe. Yep. Let's read that. Let's get it. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. It reads, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." And what is the word woe? Means death and destruction, right? And we know, right, that the second woe, which is the World War II, right? The first woe being, of course, World War I. They have produced the most casualties of any wars up to date, man. World War I and World War II. So how much more for the third woe? Right, I believe World War II ended in the late 40s, if I'm not mistaken. But with that being said, that was only what that was only less than and relatively speaking, it hasn't been a long time, around 70 years, or maybe a little over 70 years, right? Relatively speaking, that isn't a long time. So that third woe is coming quickly, and we can see it with the prophecies and the things and the proxy wars and the rumors of wars and rumors of wars that have been happening. We can see that all these things are leading up to the third world's war that's coming, right? So what? It says the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, right? So what? So now let's prove what this third war is going to consist of, because it's not going to be fought like any other war that's been already, man. These ICBMs, these nuclear missiles, are not going to just be built and then put in a museum somewhere to show off, man. These missiles are going to be used, man. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Bible, man. So let's get Isaiah 9:5. It reads, For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. That's how all those ancient battles were fought. You know, you go back to, you know, Troy, the movies, the movie Troy, right? The TV series like Game of Thrones, right? And there's a whole bunch of all those ancient wartime, warlike movies, right? I forgot the other one with Mel Gibson in it. But the point being is, that's how those ancient wars were fought, man. Hand-to-hand combat, close quarter combat, right? They said for every battle of the warriors with confused noise, you got back in those times, you had the war drums. You got men screaming, right? Swords unsheathing, swords clinging together, swords against other swords and shields, and horses galloping and things such like that. War chants. You got men bleeding. It said garments rolled in blood, right? Stab a man in his face, pull it out, blood splatter all over. This is like real gory, right? That's how those old battles were fought, man, right? With confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. So this war, right? Linking it back up to Revelation 11, right? The third woe cometh quickly. This war that is about to come, that's rapidly approaching, right? It's going to be fought not like the old ones, right? But with burning and fuel of fire. So if we know for a fact that the old wars were fought like they were fought, right? But then there's going to be a war that's not fought like that. What else could that possibly be talking about? Burning and fuel of fire. It's talking about nuclear warfare, nuclear destruction, man. That's what's coming, man. Right? That's how this third war is about to be fought, right? So let's get some other scriptures on. Let's get to Zechariah. That's it for now. Zechariah 14, right? This is Zechariah 14, verse 12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. So the Lord is going to bring a plague to the world against all those that have fought against Jerusalem. Right? This is going to smite all those that fought against Jerusalem. Who has fought against Jerusalem? First and foremost, who is Jerusalem? Jerusalem being a people before it's a place, right? Let's talk about the Israelites, right? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, along with the Israelite foreigners, right? Israelites who look like these other nations, but whose seed line goes back to the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, due to Israel being scattered across the four corners of the earth through the curses, Deuteronomy 28 and 64, right? But what? So all those who have fought against Jerusalem in these times, who has fought against Jerusalem, right? Our enemies, the heathens, right? Chiefly the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, right? But also 2/3 of the nation of Israel who are going to cut off and die with the heathens, because what? They have came up against us by what? Not hearkening, not turning back, right? If you're not with the Lord, you're against them. So what? Mocking and scoffing against us, right? You know, and joining hand in hand with the enemy, with the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, and all the other heathens, you know, by way of their actions, by way of how they're living their lives, man. Right? So what? The heathens, chiefly the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, and 2/3 of our people are going to befall this plague that we're about to read about, that the Lord is going to smite, is going to use to smite them, man. So let's read on. It reads, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Right? What on earth could do that? What on earth could come down and consume somebody's flesh off of their body, man? Right? While they stand upon their feet, right? Their eyes being consumed away in their sockets, man. And their tongue being consumed away in their mouth, man. Think Sarah O'Connor, right? In Terminator 2, at the end, when she was hanging onto the fence, if you haven't seen it, just look up the clip. Terminator 2, Sarah O'Connor being burned alive by that nuclear fire, man. Because that's what the Lord is going to bring, right? These are the weapons of his indignation, his righteous anger, these nuclear missiles, man. right? That's what's going to make people's flesh consume away while they stand on their feet, and their eyeballs consume away in their sockets and their tongues and their mouths, man. Yep. So I'm gonna get one more and then close it on out. Yep, this is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10, right? But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, right? And so the day of the Lord, right, is going to come as a thief in the night to who? To 2/3 of our people, and then the heathens, right? The heathens are a foregone conclusion. The day of the Lord is upon all the heathen, right? Right, and it's going to come, and it's going to come as a destruction unto them, and that's just that. But also, it's going to come as a thief in the night to our people, because they're the only ones who have the chance to repent and turn back, but they're not going to do so. They're not going to take heed to the warning, and the day of the Lord is going to catch them, lacking, catch them with their pants down, right? In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. What heavens? The heavens being Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, his power structure that he has set up right here in the world. Scriptures say that the world was given into the hand of the wicked. So this devil's power structure that he has set up here in the world is going to pass away with a great noise, right? In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. That great noise is that nuclear destruction, man, right? And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Everything around you is made up of elements, man, right? The tangible things, the intangible things, oxygen and all these things, right? But everything is made up of elements, man. And it says the elements shall melt with fervent heat. What on the earth can melt the elements, man? Right? Yeah, think about it. It reads, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. From what? Nuclear destruction, especially here in America. 200 million ICBM nuclear missile warheads are going to touch down here in the Americas, and then America shooting back missiles to wherever the Lord has controversy with, right? It's going to be a nuclear war, man, right? So, with that, Lord willing, that was edifying, straight to the point. Nuclear destruction is coming. It is biblical prophecy, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when the Lord wants it to happen. So with that, I'm going to close it out, giving peace and love to the elect. Shalom.